Zoom si Bentes. We'll try si Bentes to join via Zoom. Good morning, everyone. Doc G. Can say first, say first agenda access. So, okay na. The regular session of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan is called to order. Kindly stand for the prayer to be led by Honorable Victorio M. Singson II. And after the prayer, please remain standing for the singing of the Philippine National Anthem and the Hymno Sa Nortehan.
Let's bow our head and feel the presence of the Lord. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen. Heavenly Father, we come before you today as members of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan, acknowledging you, your sovereignty and grace. We seek your blessings upon these legislative proceedings, that it may be guided by truth, justice, and compassion. Grant us the wisdom to deliberate on matters of importance with fairness and impartiality. Help us to listen attentively, speak with clarity, and understand one another's viewpoints. May our decisions be guided by the principles of good governance and the welfare of our fellow citizens. Strengthen us with unity and collaboration, that we may be effective instrument of positive change. We entrust this gathering to you, to your divine care. In your holy name we pray. Amen. In the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Amen.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas. Kayang magiliw, helas ng sinakalan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tuyag ka ng magiting, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisingil, sa nagatak tutok sa simoy at sa langit ng pagaw, ay hinatang tulad.
SP Secretary, kindly call the roll of the members of this office.
Honorable Dato,
Present.
Honorable Abalon, Honorable Dubongo, Honorable Isedera, Honorable Galit, Honorable Giliama, Honorable Laudenio, Honorable Lion, Honorable Lucero, Honorable Miranda, Honorable Saludaga, Honorable Silvana, Honorable Singzon, Honorable Uy. There are 12 members who are physically present and 1 member present via Zoom. Total number of members present, 13, including the presiding officer.
With the presence of 13 members of this august body, we have a quorum today's regular session. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Good morning. Good morning to your colleagues. Mr. Chair, under item number 6 is the consideration of the journals of June 24, 2024 and October 25, 2024 regular sessions. Mr. Chair, I move to dispense with the reading of the journals of June 24, 2024 and October 25, 2024 regular session, and move that this be considered as approved. So move, Mr. Chair.
There is a motion duly seconded to dispense with the reading of the journals of the 24 June 2024 and 25 October 2024 regular sessions and considered the same as approved. Hearing no comments or objections, motion is approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, under committee reports, kindly recognize the good chairman of the Committee on Health, the Honorable Gilbert F. Lyon, to render the report.
Honorable Gilbert F. Lyon is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Majority Floor Leader. The proposed ordinance, the Committee on Health, which was referred, the proposed ordinance sponsored by his representation, and Honorable Albert Lucero, and as well co-sponsored by Honorable Gerardo Gerard A. Miranda, entitled An Ordinance Institutionalizing the Mental Health Care Services in the Provincial Government of Northern Samar, establishing mechanism and guidelines for its implementation, adopting certain provision of Republic Act 11-036, appropriating funds therefore and for other purposes, and found with the following findings and observation. Number 1, the proposed ordinance was crafted in faithful compliance to the provision of 1987 Constitution, which declares that the state shall protect and promote the right to health of the people and instill health consciousness among them. Number 2, further, the proposed ordinance reinforces the pertinent provisions of the Local Government Code of 1991, the Mental Health Act of 2018, the Universal Health Care Act of 2018, and the newly signed law, the Basic Education, Mental Health, and Well-Being Promotion Act, or Republic Act 12080, principally authored by our very own 2nd District Congressman, Honorable Harris Christopher Ongchuan. Number 3, the apparent increase of suicide cases in the recent years, especially among the young Nortehanons, calls for an immediate intervention and multi-sectoral approach to address mental health issue. The provincial government of Northern Samar, cognizant with its role of peer support groups in strengthening the psychosocial and mental well-being among our youth, recognizes the rights of peer support group to organize themselves and to have access to the mechanism and resources in support of effort to improve their service their service to the communities and shall provide access to the opportunities for their professional development. Into this backdrop, this ordinance was born. Finally, the enactment of the proposed ordinance is mandated by the Seal of Local Governance Act of 2019, which directs local governments units to effectively implement and deliver health services and for an information system, as well as to pursue evidence-based health promotion and protection policies, scientifically proven and accepted to advance population health and individual well-being. For SGLG 2025 assessment criteria for the province, localization on mental health law is included as one of the required health promotion policies and programs to be enacted as December 31, 2024. Mr. Chairman, we recommend this committee respectfully manifest to this august body that this committee report be considered as the committee sponsorship speech for the proposed ordinance. Accordingly, this committee respectfully moves for the approval of this proposed ordinance on second reading, provided, however, that the recommendation and evaluation of the provincial legal office, as well as those from the other members of Sangguniang Panlalawigan, be incorporated into the final draft of the ordinance. The corresponding recommendation and evaluation from the PLO, as well as specific amendments and suggestions from any members of the Sangguniang, are likewise hereby incorporated hereto by reference. Submitted for adoption this 10th day of September 2024. Mr. Chairman, I move for the adoption of the committee report on the proposed ordinance, an ordinance institutionalizing the mental health care services in the provincial government of Northern Samar, establishing mechanism and guidelines for its implementation, adopting certain provision of Republic Act 11036, appropriating funds therefore, and for other purposes. Chair, I so move, Mr. Chair.
Honorable Gilbert Artaya.
I would like to amend my manifestation and my motion that we only adopt this committee report and schedule it on our second reading on our next regular session. I so move, Mr. Chair.
Session suspended. Before ruling on the motion.
Mr. Chairman, let me amend the committee report, removing or deleting the following paragraph. The first paragraph on the recommendation is that this committee report should be considered as sponsorship speech and be approved as proposed ordinance on second reading, but rather to just submit the committee report for adoption by this Sangguniang Panlalawigan and schedule the said ordinance on second reading on our next regular session. I so move, Mrs. Chair.
With that motion duly seconded, the committee report is hereby adopted. The same is scheduled for second reading on our next session. Hearing no objection, said motion is hereby approved.
Not, I-raise ko na dito, tanggalog ka na yun. Another committee report, Mr. Chairman, the proposed ordinance sponsored by Honorable Albert Lucero and his representation, an ordinance regulating the use, sale, distribution, and advertisement of cigarettes and other tobacco products, electronic nicotine and nicotine delivery system, heated tobacco products, and other novel tobacco products in certain areas, certain places, imposing penalty for violation thereof and providing funds therefore, to instill health consciousness and for other purposes. The proposed ordinance faithfully complies with the provision of 1987 Constitution, which declares that the state shall protect and promote the right to health of the people and instill health consciousness among them. Further, the proposed ordinance reimposes pertinent provision of the Local Government Code of 1991, Philippine Clean Air Act of 1999, the Tobacco Regulation Act of 2003, the Universal Healthcare Act of 2019, and Republic Act 11467, amending the National Internal Revenue Code of 1987, and Executive Order number 106, Series of 2020, amending Executive Order number 26, Series of 2017, the Civil Service Commission Memorandum, Circular number 17 of 2009, the Civil Service Commission, Department of Health, Joint Memorandum Circular number 2010-01, and the Civil Service Commission Memorandum Circular number 17, Series of 2009, which lays down policy guidelines regulating smoking. Finally, the enactment of the proposed ordinance is mandated by the seal of Local Government Governance Act of 2019, which direct the local government units to effectively implement and deliver health services and information systems, as well as pursue an evidence-based health promotion and protection of policy scientifically proven and accepted to advance population health and individual well-being. One of the indicators for the measurement of the strict enforcement of laws and ordinances that regulates tobacco sale and use. For SGLG 2025, assessment criteria for the provinces, tobacco and vape control is included as one of the required health promotion policies and program to be enacted as of December 31, 2024. Mr. Chairman, I move for the adoption as a recommendation. This committee respectfully move to schedule this proposed ordinance on second reading, provided that the recommendation of an evaluation of the Provincial Legal Office as well as those of other members of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan be incorporated into the final draft of the ordinance. Mr. Chairman, I move for the adoption of this committee report. I so move.
There's a motion duly seconded for the adoption of the committee report on the proposed ordinance regulating the use, sale, distribution, and advertisement of cigarettes and other tobacco products, electronic nicotine and non-nicotine delivery systems, imposing penalties for violations thereof, and providing funds therefore. And the same to be scheduled for second reading in our next session. Hearing objection or comments, the said motion is hereby approved. Thank you, Honorable Gilbert F. Lyon, Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, under item number 8, calendar of business, 8-A is a review of municipal ordinances and resolution. Please recognize the Vice Chair of the Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriations, the Honorable Dexter Galit, for their committee report.
Honorable Junicio Dexter A. Galit is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Majority Leader. May I proceed, Mr. Chairman, may I proceed?
Honorable Junicio Dexter.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
May proceed.
On Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriation, this is the consolidated committee report. The subject ordinance is Ordinance Number 14, Series of 2024 of the Municipality of Allen, Samar. I will first read, Mr. Chair, the findings. The subject deals with the proposed borrowing by the Municipality of Allen, Samar in the amount of 160 million to finance 6 priority infrastructure and socio-economic development projects. The Local Government Code of 1991 authorized the local government unit to contract loans and other forms of indebtedness for specific purposes. Evidently, the purposes for which the loan is secured are within the scope of the allowable programs and projects specified in Section 297. This committee finds that the subject ordinance is in conformity with existing laws, rules, and regulations and submits valid and operative. However, the borrowing remains subject to the provision of Section 324 of Republic Act 7160 insofar as the maximum appropriation of debt servicing is concerned. Further, the local government unit concerned shall secure the certificate of net debt service ceiling and borrowing capacity, or NDS-CBC, from the Bureau of Local Government and Finance and favorable monetary board opinion from the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, while the subject ordinance granted the municipal mayor. An ordinance authorizing the proposed borrowing of the municipality of Allen, Northern Samar in the amount of 160 million pesos to finance the following infrastructure: construction of water system level 3, the construction of public market extension, the construction of drainage system, the lot acquisition with site development, development of cemetery, development of Rizal Street and confirming, approving, ratifying all previous representation acts and warranties and all the terms and conditions of the loan. Number 2, loan credits and other forms of indebtedness of the local government units. A local government unit may contract loans, credits, and other forms of indebtedness with any government or domestic private bank, other lending institution to finance construction, installation, improvement, expansion, operation, and maintenance of public facilities, infrastructure facilities, housing projects, acquisition of real property, and the implementation of capital investment project subject to such terms, conditions as may be agreed upon the local government unit and the lender. The proceeds of such transactions shall accrue directly to the local government unit concerned. A local government unit may likewise secure from any government bank and lending institution short, medium, and long-term loans and advance against security and real estate or the acceptable assets for the establishment of development and expansion of agricultural, industrial, commercial, housing, house financing, and livelihood projects and other economic enterprises. Letter C, government financial and other lending institutions are hereby authorized to grant loans, credits, and other form of indebtedness out of the loanable funds to the local government units for purpose specified above, or the Section 297 of Republic Act 7160. 3. Sopra. Number 4, full provision shall be made for all statutory and contractual obligation of the local government unit concerned, provided, however, that the amount of the appropriation of debt servicing shall not exceed 20% of the regular income of the local government unit concerned. Number 5, Department of Finance, Department Order Number 054, 2016, dated 25 October 2016. The authority to represent the municipality concerned to negotiate and enter into several loan agreements. It is worthwhile to refer that the provision of Republic Act 7160 that the contract may be entered into the local chief executive in behalf of the local government unit with prior authorization of the Sangguniang concerned. Thus, the subject ordinance granted such authorization to the municipal mayor. This committee is inclined to submit that the authorization granted to the municipal treasurer shall be limited only to those that are necessary in exercise of functions, duties, responsibilities of the municipal treasurer, as may be required by the lender without necessarily encroaching into the authority of the mayor. The recommendation of the committee, accordingly, this committee respectfully moves to pass a resolution adopting this committee report and declaring Ordinance Number 14, Series of 2024 of the Municipality of Allen, Northern Samar, valid and operative subject to the condition mentioned above and those prescribed by existing laws, rules, and regulations, submitted for approval this 10th day of December 2024, Katama de Samar, signed by Honorable Don L. Abalon, the chairman of the committee, signed by this representation as vice chair of the committee, signed by Honorable Christian Emmanuel W. Oy, member of the committee, and signed by Honorable Leonida P. Laudinio, member of the committee. I so move for the adoption of this committee report, Mr. Chairman.
Do I hear? There's a motion, duly seconded. For passage of a resolution declaring ordinance number 14, series of 2024, which is an ordinance authorizing the proposed borrowing of the municipality of Allen, Northern Samar in the amount of 160 million pesos to finance 6 priority infrastructure and socio-economic development projects. And for the record, the ordinance was approved by the majority of all the members of the Sangguniang Bayan of the municipality of Allen, particularly 9 members out of 10 Sangguniang Bayan members of the said municipality. And to declare the said ordinance valid and operative, subject to the conditions as stated in the committee report, particularly the local government unit shall secure the certificate of net debt service ceiling and borrowing capacity from the Bureau of Local Government Finance, BLGF, DILG, and favorable monetary board opinion from the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. And under the local government code, the debt servicing shall not exceed 20% of the regular income of the local government unit concerned. So for the record, no, for emphasis, the same shall be declared valid, the ordinance, provided that the LGU shall secure the certificate of net debt service ceiling and borrowing capacity from the BLGF, DILG, and a favorable monetary board opinion from the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, and under local government code, RA 7160, the debt servicing of the LGU for this loan shall not exceed 20% of the regular income of the municipality of Allen. Hearing no objection, said motion is hereby approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Honorable Junicio Dexter D. Galit. Majority Leader.
Mr. Chairman, with the adopted committee report of the Committee on Finance, Budget, and Appropriations, I move, Mr. Chair, for the suspension of the rules of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan.
With that motion, duly seconded, internal rules suspended.
Mr. Chairman, I move to pass for the approval of a resolution on third and final reading declaring Municipal Ordinance Number 14, Series of 2024 of the Municipality of Allen, this province, valid and operative, subject to all the conditions stated in the committee report. So move, Mr. Chair.
There is a motion duly seconded for the approval and final reading of a resolution adopting the committee report which declared Ordinance Number 14, Series of 2024 of the Municipality of Allen, Northern Samar valid and operative, subject to all conditions stated in the committee report, particularly, among others, the Certificate of Net Debt Service Ceiling and Borrowing Capacity issued by the BLG FDILG and a favorable monetary board opinion from the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. Hearing objection, said motion is hereby approved.
Mr. Chairman, for the joint committee report of the Committee on Civil Service Appointments and Reorganization and Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriations, kindly recognize the Chairman of the Committee on Civil Service Appointments and Reorganization, the Honorable Victorio M. Singson II.
Honorable Victorio M. Singson II is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. For and behalf of the Joint Committee on Civil Service, Appointments and Reorganization, and by the Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriations, may I have the honor to render the Joint Committee report. The subject is Ordinance Number 62, Series of 2024 of the Municipality of Victoria, Northern Samar, entitled An Ordinance Creating the Agricultural and Biosystem Engineering Unit pursuant to the Department of Agriculture, Department of Budget and Management, Civil Service Commission, and the Department of Interior and Local Government Joint Memorandum Circular Number 02, Series of 2020. For our findings and observation, the Joint Committee finds that the enactment of the subject ordinance is well within the power and authority of the LGU to design, approve, and implement the organizational structure and staffing pattern pursuant to the provisions of the Local Government Code of 1991. Provided, however, that the implementation of the same shall be in accordance with Chapter 9 of the Manual on Position Classification Scheme in LGUs and the minimum standards and guidelines prescribed by the Civil Service Commission Memorandum Circular Number 12, Series of 2020. The Joint Committee respectfully recommend to the Sangguniang Panlalawigan that a resolution be passed to declare Ordinance Number 62, Series of 2024 of the Municipality of Victoria, Northern Samar valid and operative subject to the aforementioned conditions. This submitted this for resolution this 10th day of December 2024 at Katarman, Northern Samar. Duly signed by this representation as Chairman of the Committee on Civil Service Appointment and Reorganization, and by the majority of the members of the joint committees. We have the Honorable Dexter Digalit, Martes Di Guillamak, Christian Emmanuel W. Uy, Leonida Pilaudenio, and the Honorable Gilbert F. Lyon. Mr. Chair, I move for the adoption of the joint committee report. So move, Mr. Chair.
There is a motion duly seconded to pass a resolution to declare Ordinance Number 62, Series of 2024 of the Municipality of Victoria, Northern Samar valid and operative, subject to the conditions as stated in the Joint Committee report, particularly that the same should be in accordance with Chapter 9 of the Manual on Position Classification Scheme in LGUs and the minimum standards and guidelines prescribed by Civil Service Commission. Hearing objection, said motion is hereby approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. For the next joint committee, the subject refers to Municipal Ordinance Number 2024-11-252 of the Municipality Palapag, Northern Samar. This is an ordinance abolishing and creating certain plantilla positions in the office of the Municipal Mayor, Agriculture's Office, Assessor's Office, Municipal Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Office, Sangguniang Office, Accounting Office, Municipal Social Welfare and Development Office, Engineering Office, Tourism Office, and the local Youth Development Office of Palapag, Northern Samar. This Joint Committee of Civil Service, Appointment and Reorganizations, and the Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriations finds that the enactment of the subject ordinance is well within the power and authority of the LGU to design, approve, and implement the organizational structure and staffing pattern pursuant to the provisions of the Local Government Code of 1991, provided, however, that the same shall have to follow the requirements in Chapter 9 of the Manual Position, Classification, and Compensation Scheme in the local government units and the minimum standards and the guidelines prescribed by the local service by the Civil Service Commission MC12 series of 2022. The Joint Committee respectfully recommends to the Sangguniang Panlalawigan that a resolution be passed to declare Municipal Ordinance Number 2024-11-252 of the Municipality of Palapag, Northern Samar valid and operative subject to the aforementioned conditions. Submitted for resolution this 10th day of December 2024 at Katarman, Northern Samar. Mr. Chair, the Joint Committee were duly signed by this representation and the same signatories as mentioned earlier in the previous committee report. Mr. Chairman, I so move for the adoption of the Joint Committee report. So move, Mr. Chairman.
There's a motion duly seconded pass a resolution to declare municipal ordinance number 2024-11-252 of the Municipality of Palapag, Northern Samar valid and operative subject to the conditions stated in the Joint Committee report, particularly that the same should be in accordance with Chapter 9 of the Manual Position, Classification, and Compensation Scheme in the local government units and the minimum standards and guidelines prescribed by the Civil Service Commission, Memorandum Circular Number 12, Series of 2022. Hearing objection, said motion is hereby approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Honorable Victoria M. Simpson II.
Mr. Chairman, relative to the adopted committee reports of the Committee on Civil Service, Appointments and Reorganization, and Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriations, and to expedite the consideration of the recommendation of the Joint Committee, I move, Mr. Chair, for the suspension of the rules of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan.
With that motion, duly seconded, internal rules suspended.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, I move for the approval on final reading of a resolution declaring ordinance number 62, series of 2024 of the Municipality of Victoria, Northern Samar, valid and operative, subject to some conditions. So move, Mr. Chair.
There is a motion duly seconded for the approval and final reading of a resolution declaring ordinance number 62, series of 2024 of the Municipality of Victoria, Northern Samar, valid and operative, subject to some conditions. Hearing objection, said motion is hereby approved.
Mr. Chairman, I move for the approval of a resolution declaring Municipal Ordinance number 2024-11-252 of the Municipality of Palapag, Northern Samar, valid and operative, subject to some conditions. So moved, Mr. Chair.
There is a motion duly seconded for the approval and final reading of a resolution declaring Municipal Ordinance number 2024-11-252 of the Municipality of Palapag, Northern Samar, valid and operative, subject to some conditions. Hearing objection, said motion is hereby approved.
Mr. Chairman, for the Committee on Disaster Risk Reduction Management, kindly recognize, for the committee report of the Committee on Disaster Risk Reduction Management, kindly recognize the good chair, the Honorable Albert A. Lucero.
Honorable Albert A. Lucero is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Subject resolution is resolution number 57, series of 2024 of the Municipality of San Jose, Northern Samar, entitled A Resolution Approving and Adopting the Municipal Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Annual Work and Financial Plan for 2025 of the Municipality of San Jose, Northern Samar. The findings of the committee, Mr. Chairman, are the following. the subject resolution approved and adopted the Municipal Disaster Risk Reduction Management Annual Work and Financial Plan of the Municipality of San Jose Northern Samar. The same was previously approved by the Municipal Development Council and endorsed to the Sangguniang Bayan 2 and by the virtue of MDC Resolution number 03 of 2024. This committee submits that the said Municipal Disaster Risk Reduction Management Annual Work and Financial Plan is in substantial compliance with Republic Act 2160 and its IRR and other pertinent laws, rules, and regulations, and concludes that there are no legal impediments to the same to be operative. The local government unit concerned, however, is enjoined to ensure the provision or availability of funds necessary to carry out the PPAs of the plan and to fully comply with the mandatory budgetary provisions in the actual implementation of the plan. The recommendation of the committee, Mr. Chairman, is that accordingly this committee respectfully moves to declare the Municipal Disaster Risk Reduction Management and Annual Work and Financial Plan and the enabling Sangguniang Bayan Resolution number 57 series 2024 of the Municipality of San Jose valid and operative subject to the conditions mentioned above and those prescribed by existing laws, rules, and regulations. Further, upon approval of this committee's recommendation to pass a resolution to that effect. Signed, Leonida M. Laudenio, Christian Emmanuel W. Uy, Gilbert Lion, Dionisio Dexter Galit, and this representation. I move for the adoption of this committee report, Mr. Chairman.
There is a motion duly seconded to pass a resolution to declare the Municipal Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Annual Work and Financial Plan and enabling Sangguniang Bayan Resolution number 57 series of 2024 of the Municipality of San Jose Northern Samar valid and operative, subject to the conditions stated in the committee report and those prescribed by existing laws, rules, and regulations. Hearing objection, said motion is hereby approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Honorable Albert A. Lucero.
Mr. Chairman, with the adopted committee report of the Committee on Disaster Risk Reduction Management, I move for the suspension of the rules of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan.
With that motion, duly seconded, internal rules suspended.
Mr. Chair, I move for the approval and final reading of a resolution declaring the Municipal Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Annual Work and Financial Plan and its enabling resolution number 57 series of 2024 of the Municipality of San Jose Northern Samar valid and operative subject to some conditions. So move, Mr. Chair.
There is a motion duly seconded for the approval and final reading of a resolution declaring the Municipal Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Annual Work and Financial Plan and the enabling Sangguniang Bayan Resolution number 57 series of 2024 of the Municipality of San Jose Northern Samar valid and operative subject to some conditions. Hearing objection, said motion is hereby approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, for the Committee on Tourism, Arts, and Culture, please recognize the Honorable Albert A. Lucero.
Honorable Albert A. Lucero is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Resolution number 59 series 2024 of the Municipality of San Jose Northern Samar entitled A Resolution Approving and Adopting the Annual Cultural and Development Plan for 2025 of the Municipality of San Jose Northern Samar. Findings. The subject resolution approved the Annual Cultural Development Plan for 2025 of the Municipality of San Jose Northern Samar. The said plan was previously approved by the Municipal Development Council and endorsed to the Sangguniang Bayan 2 and by virtue of MDC Resolution number 03 series of 2024. This committee submits that the said plan is in substantial compliance with Republic Act 7160 and its IRR and other pertinent laws, rules, and regulations, and concludes that there are no legal impediments for the same to be operative. The local government unit concerned, however, is enjoined to ensure the provision and or availability of funds necessary to carry out the PPAs of the plan and to fully comply with the mandatory budgetary provisions in the actual implementation of the plan. Accordingly, this committee respectfully moves to declare the Annual Cultural Development Plan for 2025 and the enabling resolution number 59 series of 2024 of the Municipality of San Jose Northern Samar valid and operative, subject to the conditions mentioned above and those prescribed by the existing
laws, rules, and regulations. Further, upon approval of this committee's recommendation to pass a resolution to that effect. I move for the adoption of this committee report, Mr. Chairman.
There is a motion duly seconded to pass the resolution to declare the annual cultural development plan for 2025 and the enabling resolution number 59 series of 2024 of the municipality of San Jose Northern Samar valid and operative, subject to the conditions as stated in the committee report, as well as those prescribed by existing laws, rules, and regulations. Hearing objection, said motion is hereby approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Honorable Albert A. Lucero.
Mr. Chairman, with the adopted committee report of the Committee on Tourism, Arts and Culture, I move for the suspension of the rules of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan.
With that motion, duly seconded, internal rules suspended.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, I move for the approval and final reading of a resolution declaring the annual cultural development plan for 2025 and the enabling resolution number 59 series of 2024 of the municipality of San Jose Northern Samar valid and operative, subject to some conditions. So moved, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion duly seconded for the approval and final reading of a resolution declaring the annual cultural development plan for 2025 and enabling resolution number 59 series of 2024 of the municipality of San Jose Northern Samar valid and operative, subject to some conditions. Hearing objection, said motion is hereby approved.
Mr. Chairman, for the Committee on Public Order and Safety, please recognize the good chairman, the Honorable Junicio Dexter D. Gali.
Honorable Junicio Dexter D. Galit is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Majority Leader. On Committee on Public Order and Safety, committee report, subject is the resolution number 58, series of 2024 of the municipality of San Jose Northern Samar, entitled the resolution approving adopting the Peace and Order Public Safety of PAPS plan for calendar year 2025 of the said municipality. The findings and observations, Mr. Chairman, is the subject resolution approved and adopted the Peace and Order Public Safety or PAPS plan for calendar year 2025 of the municipality of San Jose, this province, the province of Northern Samar. The said PAPS plan was previously approved by the Municipal Development Council and endorsed to the Sangguniang Bayan and by virtue of the MDC Resolution number 3, series of 2024. This committee submits that the same is in substantial compliance with Republic Act 7160 and its IRR and other pertinent laws, rules, and regulations, and concludes that there are no legal impediments for the subject to be operative. The local government unit concerned, however, is enjoined to ensure the provision or the availability of funds necessary to carry out the PPAs of the plan and to fully comply with the mandatory budgetary provisions in the actual implementation of the plan. The recommendation, Mr. Chairman, accordingly, this committee respectfully removes to declare the Peace and Order and Public Safety or the PAPS plan for calendar year 2025 and the enabling Sangguniang Bayan Resolution number 58, series of 2024 of the municipality of San Jose, this province. The recommendation of the committee is to declare the said ordinance valid, operative, subject to the conditions mentioned above and those prescribed by existing laws, rules, and regulations. Further, upon the approval of the committee's recommendation to pass the resolution to that effect. Submitted for resolution, the 10th day of December 2024, Kataman Northern Samar, signed by this representation as chairman of the committee, signed by Honorable Christian Emmanuel W. Oy, member of the committee, and signed by Honorable Arturo T. Dubonco, Jr., member of the committee. I so move for the adoption of this committee report, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
There is a motion duly seconded to pass a resolution to declare the Peace and Order and Public Safety Plan, the PAPS plan for calendar year 2025, and the enabling Sangguniang Bayan Resolution number 58, series of 2024 of the Municipality of San Jose Northern Samar, valid and operative, subject to the conditions stated in the committee report, as well as those prescribed in existing laws, rules, and regulations. Hearing the objection, said motion is hereby approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Honorable Janicio Dexter Egan. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chair, with the adopted committee report, and in order to pave the way for the immediate consideration and final reading of the committee report under the Committee on Public Order and Safety, referring to Resolution Number 58, Series of 2024 of the Municipality of San Jose Northern Samar, so move for the suspension of the internal rules. So move, Mr. Chairman.
With that motion, duly seconded, internal rules suspended.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chair, move for the approval of a resolution on final reading declaring Sangguniang Bayan Resolution Number 58, Series of 2024 of the Municipality of San Jose Northern Samar, valid and operative subject to the conditions mentioned in the committee report. So move, Mr. Chairman.
There is a motion duly seconded for the approval and final reading of a resolution declaring the Peace and Order and Public Safety Plan, the PAPS Plan for calendar year 2025, and the enabling Sangguniang Bayan Resolution Number 58, Series of 2024 of the Municipality of San Jose Northern Samar, valid and operative subject to some conditions. Hearing objection, said motion is hereby approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chair, still under the review of municipal ordinances and resolution, the next committee is scheduled to render its committee report. Kindly please recognize the Honorable Good Chairman, Gilbert F. Lyon, Chairman, Committee on Health. Mr. Chair.
Honorable Gilbert F. Lyon is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The Committee on Health, to which was referred Resolution Number 67, Series of 2024 of the Municipality of San Jose Northern Samar, entitled "A Resolution Approving and Adopting the Municipal Health Plan for 2025 of the Municipality of San Jose Northern Samar," has considered the same and has the honor to report it back to the Sangguniang Panlalawigan that the subject resolution approved and adopted by the Municipal Health Plan for 2025 of the Municipality of San Jose Northern Samar, and the same was previously approved by the Municipal Development Council and endorsed to the Sangguniang Bayan to and by the virtue of MDC Resolution Number 3, Series of 2024. This committee submits that the said Municipal Health Plan is substantial compliance to the Republic Act 7160 or the Local Government Code and its implementing rules and regulation and other pertinent laws, rules and regulation, and concludes that there is no legal impediments for the same to be operative. The local government unit concerned, however, is enjoined to ensure that the provision and/or availability of funds necessary to carry out the PPAs of the plan and for fully comply to the mandatory budgetary provision of the said actual implementation of the plan. Accordingly, this committee respectfully moves to declare that the Municipal Health Plan and enabling Sangguniang Bayan Resolution Number 65 Series of 2024 of the Municipality of San Jose Northern Samar, valid and operative, subject to the condition mentioned above and those prescribed by existing laws, rules, and regulations. Further, upon approval of this committee's recommendation to pass a resolution to that effect. Mr. Chairman, I move for the adoption of this committee report. I so move.
There is a motion duly seconded to pass a resolution to declare the Municipal Health Plan and the enabling Sangguniang Bayan Resolution Number 65, Series of 2024 of the Municipality of San Jose Northern Samar, valid and operative, subject to the conditions as stated in the committee report and those prescribed by existing laws, rules, and regulations. Hearing objection, said motion is hereby approved.
Now the committee report, the Committee on Health, to which was referred Ordinance Number 18, Series of 2024 of the Municipality of Allen, Northern Samar, entitled "An Ordinance Regulating the Dispensing, Selling, reselling of pharmaceutical products in sari-sari stores and other similar outlets in the municipality of Allen, providing penalties and violation thereof. Has considered the same and has the honor to report it back to the Sangguniang Panlalawigan with the following findings and observation. Number 1, the enactment of the said ordinance is in pursuance of the Section 16 of the Local Government Code of 1991. The subject ordinance is also consistent with the Department of Interior and Local Government Memorandum Circular number 2022-025 dated March 2, 2022, which mandates all local government units to prohibit the sale, distribution, and reselling of pharmaceutical products in sari-sari stores and other similar establishments. The subject ordinance is likewise in accordance with the Section 30 of the Republic Act number 10918, otherwise known as the Philippine Pharmacy Act, which prohibits the compounding, dispensing, selling or reselling of pharmaceutical products through retail drug outlets not licensed by the Food and Drug Authority Administration or FDA. Wherefore, this committee most respectfully recommends to the Sangguniang Panlalawigan that a resolution be passed to declare the subject ordinance valid and operative. However, that its implementation shall be in accordance with the existing laws, rules, and regulations. Mr. Chairman, I move for the adoption of this committee report.
I second.
There is a motion duly seconded to pass a resolution declaring ordinance number 18, series of 2024 of the Municipality of Allen, Northern Samar, which is an ordinance regulating the dispensing, selling, and reselling of pharmaceutical products in sari-sari stores and other similar outlets in the Municipality of Allen, and providing penalties for violations thereof. Declaring the subject ordinance valid, provided, however, that its implementation shall be in accordance with existing laws, rules, and regulations, particularly the LG Memorandum Circular number 2022-025 dated March 2, 2022, and Republic Act number 10918, otherwise known as the Philippine Pharmacy Act. Hearing no objection, said motion is hereby approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Honorable Gilbert F. Lyon. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, with the adoption of the committee report by the Committee on Health, and in order to pave the way for immediate consideration and final reading, I so move for the temporary suspension of the internal rules, Mr. Chairman. So move, Mr. Chair.
With that motion, duly seconded, internal rules suspended.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chair, I move for the approval of a resolution on final reading, declaring resolution number 58, series of 2024 of the Municipality of San Jose, Northern Samar, valid and operative, subject to the conditions mentioned above, and those prescribed by existing laws, rules, and regulations mentioned in the committee report. To move, Mr. Chairman.
There is a motion duly seconded for the approval and final reading of a resolution declaring the Municipal Health Plan and the enabling Sangguniang Bayan Resolution number 65, series of 2024 of the Municipality of San Jose, Northern Samar, valid and operative, subject to some conditions. Hearing no objection, said motion is hereby approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, move for the approval of a resolution on final reading, declaring ordinance number 18, series of 2024 of the Municipality of Allen, Northern Samar, valid, provided, however, that its implementation shall be in accordance with the existing laws, rules, and regulations. So move, Mr. Chairman.
There is a motion duly seconded for the approval and final reading of a resolution declaring Ordinance number 18, series of 2024 of the Municipality of Allen, Northern Samar, valid, subject to some conditions. Hearing the objection, said motion is hereby approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. For the next committee report under the review of municipal ordinances and resolution, kindly please recognize the good chairman of the said committee, the Honorable Gerardo Gerald A. Miranda, Chairman, Committee on Youth and Sports Development.
Honorable Gerardo Gerard A. Miranda is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Majority Floor Leader. In behalf of the Committee on Youth and Sports Development, may I have the honor to report our committee report. Subject, Resolution number 66, Series of 2024 of the Municipality of San Jose, Northern Samar, entitled, A Resolution Approving and Adopting the Youth Development Plan for 2024-2026 of the Municipality of San Jose, Northern Samar. Findings, observations. The subject resolution approved the Youth Development Plan for 2024-2026 of the Municipality of San Jose, Northern Samar. The said Municipal Youth Development Plan was previously approved by the Municipal Development Council, MDC, and endorsed to the Sangguniang Bayan 2 and by virtue of MDC Resolution number 03, Series of 2024. This committee submits that the said Youth Development Plan is in substantial compliance with RA 7160 and its IRR and other pertinent laws, rules, and regulations, and concludes that there are no legal impediments for the same to be operative. The local government unit concerned, however, is enjoined to ensure the provision and or availability of funds necessary to carry out the PPAs of the plan and to fully comply with the mandatory budgetary provisions in the actual implementation of plan. Recommendations. Accordingly, this committee respectfully moves to declare Municipal Youth Development Plan CY 2024-2026 and the enabling Sangguniang Bayan Resolution number 66, Series of 2024 of the Municipality of San Jose, Northern Samar, valid and operative, subject to the conditions mentioned above and those prescribed by existing laws, rules, and regulations. Further, upon approval of this committee recommendations, to pass a resolution to that effect. Submitted for adoption this 10th day of December 2024, Katarman, Northern Samar, assigned by this representation as chairman, signed Honorable Gina Bilbano, Vice Chairman, signed Honorable Christian Emmanuel W.A., Member, signed Honorable Dionisio Dexter A. Galet, Member, signed Honorable Quentin B. Saludaga, Member. I move for the adoption of this committee report, Mr. Chair. So move, Mr. Chair.
Second.
There is a motion duly seconded to pass a resolution declaring the Municipal Youth Development Plan calendar year 2024 to 2026 and the enabling Sangguniang Bayan Resolution number 66, Series of 2024 of the Municipality of San Jose, Northern Samar, valid and operative, subject to the conditions as stated in the committee report and those prescribed by existing laws, rules, and regulations. Hearing objection, said motion is hereby approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Gerardo Gerard A. Miranda. Majority Leader.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. With the adopted committee report, and in order to pave the way for its immediate consideration on final reading, so move for the suspension of the internal rules, Mr. Chairman.
With that motion, duly seconded, internal rules suspended.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chair, I move for the approval of a resolution on final reading, declaring resolution number 66, series of 2024 of the Municipality of San Jose, Northern Samar, valid and operative, subject to the conditions and those prescribed by the existing laws, rules, and regulations. So move for its approval, Mr. Chairman.
There is a motion duly seconded for the approval and final reading of a resolution declaring the Municipal Youth Development Plan calendar year 2024 to 2026 and the enabling Sangguniang Bayan Resolution number 66, series of 2024 of the Municipality of San Jose Northern Samar, valid and operative, subject to some conditions. Hearing no objections and motions hereby approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. For the next committee report, kindly please recognize the good chairman of the Committee on Energy, Utilities and Franchises, the Honorable Quintin B. Saludaga, Mr. Chairman.
Honorable Quintin B. Saludaga is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Majority for Leader. For the Committee on Energy, Utilities and Franchises, I have two items to be reported. On Municipal Ordinance Number 633, Series of 2024, Municipality of Lawang, Northern Samar, entitled An Ordinance Regulating the Use of Modified Muffler Exhaust Pipes and Similar Devices on all types of vehicles, resulting in emission of excessive, loud, and unreasonable noise in the Municipality of Lawang, Northern Samar, and providing penalties for violation thereof and for other purposes, has considered the same and has the honor to report it back to this Sangguniang Panlalawigan with the recommendation that the resolution be passed to declare the subject ordinance valid and operative for its enactment is in pursuant to the general welfare provision of the Local Government Code of 1991, which states that each shall exercise the powers expressly granted, those necessarily implied therefrom, as well as the powers necessary, appropriate, or incidental to its efficient and effective governance, and those which are essential to the promotion of the general welfare, provided, however, that this implementation shall be in accordance with the existing laws, rules, and regulations without prejudice to the subsequent declaration that may be made by competent authorities of any provision therein, being unconstitutional, unlawful, ultra-virus, or inoperative, submitted for resolution the 10th day of December 2024, Katarma, Northern Samar. Signed by all the members of the committee, chaired by this humble representation. With this, Mr. Chair, I respectfully move for the adoption of this committee report. I so move.
There is a motion duly seconded to pass a resolution to declare Municipal Ordinance Number 633, Series of 2024 of the Municipality of Lawang, Northern Samar, valid and operative, provided, however, that its implementation shall be in accordance with the existing laws, rules, and regulations. Hearing no objection, said motion is hereby approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. On another item, on Municipal Ordinance Number 636, Series of 2024, Municipality of Lawang, Northern Samar, entitled Ordinance Declaring No Parking One Side Within the Municipality of Lawang, Northern Samar, and prescribing penalties for violation thereof, as considered the same, and has the honor to report it back to this Sangguniang Panlalawigan with the recommendation that the resolution be passed to declare the subject ordinance valid and operative for its enactment is in it pursuant to the general welfare provisions of Local Government Code of 1991, which states that it shall exercise the powers expressly granted, those necessarily implied therefrom, as well as the powers necessarily appropriate or incidental or its efficient and effective governance, and those which are essential to the promotion of general welfare, provided, however, that its implementation shall be in accordance with existing laws, rules, and regulations without prejudice to the subsequent declaration that may be made by the competent authorities of any provision therein being unconstitutional, unlawful, ultra-virus, or inoperative, submitted for resolution this 10th day of December 2024, Katarma, Northern Samar. Also signed by all the members, and I respectfully move for the adoption of this committee report, Mr. Chair.
There is a motion duly seconded for a passage of a resolution declaring Municipal Ordinance Number 636, Series of 2024 of the Municipality of Lawang, Northern Samar, valid and operative, provided, however, that its implementation shall be in accordance with the existing laws, rules, and regulations. Hearing no objection, said motion is hereby approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Quintin B. Saladaga.
Mr. Chair. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, with the adopted committee report of the Committee on Energy, Utilities, and Franchises, I move for the suspension of the rules, Mr. Chair.
With that motion, duly seconded, internal rules suspended.
Mr. Chair, I move for the approval and final reading of a resolution declaring Municipal Ordinance Number 63, Series of 2024 of the Municipality of Lawang, Northern Samar, valid and operative, subject to some conditions. So moved, Mr. Chair.
There is a motion duly seconded for the approval and final reading of a resolution declaring Municipal Ordinance Number 633, Series of 2024 of the Municipality of Lawang, Northern Samar, valid and operative, subject to some conditions. Hearing objections, said motion is hereby approved.
Mr. Chairman, I move for the approval on final reading of a resolution declaring Municipal Ordinance Number 636, Series of 2024 of the Municipality of Lawang, Northern Samar, valid and operative, subject to some conditions. So moved, Mr. Chair.
There is a motion duly seconded for the approval and final reading of Municipal Ordinance Number final reading of a resolution declaring Municipal Ordinance Number 636, Series of 2024 of the Municipality of Lawang, Northern Samar, valid and operative, subject to some conditions. Hearing objection, said motion is approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, under item number 10, other matters, Mr. Chair, I move to dispense with the reading of all items under other matters and that it's be considered as incorporated into the Journal of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan. So move, Mr. Chair.
There is a motion duly seconded to dispense with the reading of all items under other matters, saying be incorporated in the journals of today's regular session. Hearing objections, said motion is hereby approved.
Mr. Chair, still under other matters, kindly recognize the good chairman of the Committee on Human Rights, the Honorable Albert Lucero.
Honorable Albert A. Lucero is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, colleagues, fellow Norteanons, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Yesterday, the province of Northern Samar received again, for the second time around, the seal of good local governance given by the Department of Interior and Local Government at Manila Hotel. This, Mr. Chairman, is an evidence, a testament to the good leadership of the good Governor Edwin Marino Siongchuan, Vice Governor Clarence Dato, members of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan, and the different departments under the province of Northern Samar. Today, Mr. Chairman, we are celebrating the International Human Rights Day. Human rights is defined as the basic rights and freedoms that belong to every person in the world from birth until death. The theme of today's celebration is our rights, our future, right now. And the motto, Mr. Chairman, is injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Mr. Chairman, as we celebrate this day's Human Rights Day, and as we enjoy the triumph of our governance in the province of Northern Samar by receiving the seal of good local governance, it is just but fitting that in today's celebration of Human Rights Day, the province of Northern Samar, under the leadership of Governor Edwin Marino Siongchuan, gives us a sigh of relief that we are in the right track of respecting every Nortihanon, from the health care services of the province of Northern Samar, up to the every section every angle of the life of a Nortehanon by giving what we have to give and to comply the need for a better province. I would like to quote, Mr. Chairman, the former UN Deputy Secretary General John Eliasson. There can be no peace without development, no development without peace, and no lasting peace or sustainable development without respect for human rights and the rule of law. Mr. Chairman, I would like to request all of us, my colleagues and fellow Nortehanons, that as we go on with our daily life, we have to make impacts by giving importance to every person, to every Nortehanon as we live in this world. To all of us, let's celebrate Human Rights Day by tapping every Nortehanon, and to us leaders of the province by congratulating, because as we go on with our public service, we are giving justice to our position, and we are giving justice to every Nortehanon. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and good afternoon.
Thank you, Honorable Albert A. Lucero, for that statement, for that message on the occasion of the International Human Rights Day, and also for recognizing and commending the leaders of our province who recently received the seal of good local governance 2 years in a row. The governor, of course, the members of this august body, department heads, and employees of the provincial government of Northern Samar. Thank you. Honorable Albert A. Lucero. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. No other members who wishes to make use of the other matters. I move, Mr. Chair, for the adjournment of our session until December 19 at 10 o'clock in the morning at the Sangguniang Panlalawigan session. So move, Mr. Chair.
With that motion, duly seconded, today's regular session is hereby adjourned until December 19, 2024 at 10 in the morning. Thank you. Sumuroy, let's proceed to Sumuroy Hall to join the